Hey, it is time to stop pretending you don't have Stockholm Syndrome for the pandemic. Sitting on the sofa at 4 p.m. in the afternoon eating an old Easter egg, tweeting, "Open her back up. You love the pandemic." Right now, you're supposed to be working, but you're wobbling the mouse every 5 minutes on your laptop lying on the sofa. So it can look like you're online. Listen, don't tell me lockdown is worse than your 90 minutes on a crowded train, having to get up an hour and a half earlier to shower just so you can pretend to be a respectable human being. You might miss your mates and going down the pub, but deep down in places you don't like to talk about at dinner parties that you're not allowed to go to anymore, you want the lockdown. You need the lockdown. All that guilt about not seeing friends and family, that friend's baby you haven't met, that aunt you haven't visited, that work colleagues leaving do, all of it, you could just bin it off. You've got the perfect excuse. The get out of jail card of all get out of jail cards. The Panny D has saved your lazy bacon. Gone are those times that you'd promised to see a band with your friend and then try to worm your way out of it on the day in question. Luckily for you, musicians have all gone bankrupt because they've got nowhere to tour. The pandemic's done all the heavy lifting for you. Sure, it's been a bit heavy-handed, don't get me wrong, destroying all of the arts and the entire hospitality industry, as well as killing hundreds of thousands of people, but it does mean you get to sit on the sofa watching TikTok for another night in a onesie. So, it's all swings and roundabouts. Also, think about how free of obligation you are. Do you remember washing? Do you remember ironing a shirt? I don't even think I can now. My ironing board hasn't seen the light of day for an entire 4 seasons. What about getting a haircut? Or even just pretending that you're good looking in any way, shape or form or making an effort? Your entire social interaction these days is based around shouting thanks to the Amazon driver as he runs back to his van before Jeff Bezos remotely shocks him from his Amazon palace made entirely from the bones of trade unionists. You love the pandemic. You need the pandemic. And now a vaccine is coming to ruin your slovenly paradise. You tell everyone you've got skepticism about the safety and testing of vaccines, but really you just don't want those dorky nerds at AstraZeneca to ruin your nap schedule. Besides, you're literally doing your bit for the war effort by staying inside. Your veteran granddad would be proud. I mean, he wouldn't, but the truth's not important right now, especially as he never actually fought in the war. But he did work in a supermarket for 48 years, so that's kind of something. All that's important is you'd love to meet up. You'd love to go to that event. You'd love to make that birthday party, but you can't because of this blasted pandemic. If anything, you're the victim. Not that you want to talk about it.